Hi, everybody. I thought that I would post a short little story about something that happened to me this morning that was kind of interesting. So, this morning I went for my usual walk around the block, and at the end of the block, I come to the grocery store. It's not really a full sized grocery store, that's another topic for another day, but small grocery store where you can get sort of essential things in my apartment block building. Anyway, I'm in the grocery store and I was looking for things like yogurt and some fruit and some milk. And I go over to the frozen or the refrigerated section where they keep things like yogurt, and I was looking for plain yogurt. And I didn't really find any, especially what I wanted, which was plain sort of liquid yogurt. Instead, I reached for this right here. This is called снежок, and you can't read it because it's backward on the camera. Anyway, снежок is not yogurt. Well, it's something like yogurt. And right when I reached for this, there was this guy standing there right beside me who asked me, he said, in Russian, he said, "Это молоко," which means, is that milk, or is this milk? And I was kind of surprised because, this guy's a native. He looked to me like he was from Kazakhstan. He spoke Russian. He lives here. All the signs that he is a person who is Kazakh. And he's asking me, who very clearly is a foreigner, I thought, what is this milk? And I was kind of amused, and I at first I sort of like, I'm sorry, I don't speak much Russian, and I didn't answer him because I thought that there was something weird. This guy doesn't know if this is milk or not. But he just repeated it. He asked me, "Is this milk?" And so I said, "No, it's not milk. It's снежок." And he said, "What is it?" And at this point, I'm beginning to exhaust my knowledge of dairy products in Russian, and I said, "It's sweet yogurt," and that's a pretty decent description. I can tell you guys what this is. It's basically a liquid yogurt type thing that is slightly sweet. The name снежок, I think it means something like, and it comes from the word snow, sneg, in Russian, and they like to name their sweetened milk products after winter things. So I think it's just sweet yogurt. I don't know. That's certainly what it tastes like. It's not really sweet, though. It's very lightly sweetened kind of yogurt. And it's good for things like smoothies or, I don't know, in a pinch you can use it to make a yogurt dip. The sweetness isn't the best for that, but whatever. And I use it because plain yogurt, especially the liquid kind, isn't always easy to find or available when I go to the store. So the guy started, back to the story, this guy started looking at the milk again, because there was some milk right below the снежок that was very clearly labeled milk. And I could see that he was interested in the price because he kept looking at the milk, and then he would go and look at the price tag underneath it. And I don't pay that much attention to the price tag on milk because the cost of living is so low here compared to the West. But this guy very clearly cared about the price tag. And so I asked him, "Do you want milk?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "There is milk over there in the refrigerator." And I said all of this in Russian. And I said, "In a bag." And I said, "It's not expensive." And he went over to the refrigerator, found the milk in a bag, which for my American friends is something that the rest of the world does. It's a little crazy. Milk should come in cartons. I do not buy the milk in a bag, but it's cheaper, I guess, and they stack it up in the refrigerator, just stacked on top of each other in a big heap of milk bags. And he went over there and he got his milk from a bag and got in the checkout line in front of me. But it was really weird to me that there was someone who did not know that the cheaper milk came in bags and that снежок was not milk. I think maybe he is not from Kazakhstan. He's maybe an immigrant worker here or something. That's the only thing I can hypothesize. I don't know. And if you're thinking maybe, well, he doesn't know, because Kazakhstan is a bilingual society, you may be thinking, well, снежок is a Russian word. Maybe he's from countryside or something, doesn't speak Russian. First of all, everyone speaks Russian. And second, everything has two languages on it, or at least most products do. This, I guess, is the Kazakh word for снежок. Karlu? Я не знаю. I don't know Kazakh. Anyway, so yeah, that's my hypothesis. And a little more story on milk products. So I told you I don't buy the milk that comes in bags. I actually buy a much more expensive kind of milk. If you read this backwards, it's молоко. Молоко is the word for milk. And this is the only brand of milk that I have found that comes with vitamin D in it. Yes, a shocker for those of you who live in the United States. The rest of the world doesn't put vitamin D in their milk automatically. You have to buy a special kind of milk, and you really need to buy this in the winter because you will not get enough sun. Combination of the fact that the sun is not shining and you don't want to go outside because it's too damn cold. But this is what I buy for milk, and it comes in a carton. Now, it's not a gallon size. I'd guess this is, I don't know, it doesn't say anywhere. I've looked before. I would guess that this is about, I don't know, 3/4 of a liter, or maybe even as little as a half liter. Not enough to eat cereal every morning, which I don't do anyway, but, not really used for that. There is another kind of milk product that's unique to here. There's one more that I haven't tried yet, but this one is called kefir, the Russian on the front. And you see that for some reason in Kazakh they use English letters on the back, or Latin letters on the back, and it's the same. Kefir is kind of the opposite of снежок in that it is a kind of yogurt or fermented milk product that is not sweet. It's actually a little bit bitter. In fact, I would describe it as not really being a yogurt so much as a sour cream, or a cross between sour cream and yogurt in liquid form. And kefir is really good for making tips and this kind of thing. I wouldn't put it in a smoothie. It is that bitter. But it's an interesting thing. These are products that certainly weren't available in the place that I lived in the United States. I hope you guys have learned a little bit about my life here in Kazakhstan. Have a good day.